more and more, movies opinions are getting kind of contentious. Movie fans will be fighting over and over about what this best movie is. What's that best movie? I don't like that movie. I hate that movie. But honestly, why is that? I could say something like, hey, the sequels are actually decent. At least the first two are. And I'll get pitchforked by an angry mob of movie Star Wars fans. Or I could talk about how maybe I'm not a fan of Harry Potter and I'll get like beaten up by like 100 Harry Potter fans. For some reason, people aren't allowed to have opinions anymore about movies, and it's infuriating to me. That's because I think personally, people are forgetting the point of movies. Movies are supposed to be one of three things for you. Their number one is introduce you to a world or characters that really, really thought-provokes you. Take, for example, Dune. 2, they introduce you to, I don't know, just like, it's an enjoyable movie to watch, and that's what this video is about. Of course, better movies have both of those aspects, like Across the Spider-Verse is both a fun movie with great characters, but for the most part, most movies will fall into both of those camps, either average people or cinephiles. I lean more towards the middle, where I want a movie that's kind of thought-provoking, but also just isn't utter boringness like Dune Part 1 was. I want something like the Across the Spider-Verse. I want something kinda like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, like Avengers Endgame, like Avengers Infinity War. But people often praise the top end with top movies and top scripts that are kinda boring. I don't see enough praise go down to the movies that are just dumb fun. And yeah, I want to talk about that today. Just enjoyable movies that movie fans love, including me. So yeah, I'm Justin from the Mate Reviews, and let's jump into dumb fun movies. What constitutes a dumb fun movie? This is basically just a movie with mediocre writing. It's like a movie that basically isn't written the best, but you still find yourself enjoying. You know the flaws, you acknowledge them, but still you just really enjoy the movie. And these are the movies that are the most fun to watch. The first example I want to bring up is Mitchell vs. the Machines. This is an interesting movie because it's just really good. Its plot is generic, with phones taking over the world. It's genuinely really funny movie as well. It has its cringy moments, but I think it has the three most important aspects when talking about a dumb fun movie. It has a plot that's good enough to basically not... It has a good setup for funny moments. A robot taking over the world. It sounds stupid, but in a family of idiots, it just leads to a good scenario that can lead into laughs and character development. 2 is just something that makes you latch to the movie beyond the writing and everything. With Mitchell vs. the Machines, it's the uniqueness of the movie and its characters and stuff. And with 3 is, honestly, it has to be fun to look at. That's a big one. Take, for example, the animation in this movie. I'm kind of getting sick of the animated comic book style, but it's still a genuinely good style to look at as of right now. It's really nice. This movie's very pretty. Not Across the Spider-Verse or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish pretty, but genuinely good to look at, and I really like looking at this movie. This is, to me, is one of the most perfect examples of a dumb fun movie. It's something you can't really take seriously. You know it's not that good. You know you probably shouldn't be watching it because you're a cinephile, but I still just really enjoyed it. It's one of those movies that I can watch with my family who's not really in general. It's just Mitchell vs. the Machines is a really fun movie. Those three aspects, right? It being visually appealing to look at, it having something you can latch onto and really enjoy, and having a story that's able to lead to wacky scenarios is just a really good example. Another great example is like Nimona, which is another animated movie. I promise I won't cover them a lot here, but it's just really interesting. This movie's another fun one to look at. It's got the eye candy, right? Same animation style. I'm getting sick of it, but whatever. It's still, actually, I think it looks better in here than it does in Mitchell vs. the Machines. It's also got a decent story, and it got the thing you can latch onto, being medieval with technology, which is not really overdone for me. I know a lot of people who like read books and stuff are overdone with this, but as someone who just watches movies and plays video games, I'm kind of liking the medieval technology era thing that they be doing, the magic and technology mix. Nimona is just another really... I think animated movies are mostly dumb fun for me. Out of 10 movies on my top 10, maybe only 2 of them are animated movies. And honestly, if we go to my dumb fun top 10, like 5 of them are animated. It's just the thing that animated movies are often more fun to watch because they can get out the unique concepts and the animation pretty easily. Nimona is a good example as well too, just simply because it's one of the more well-written dumb fun movies. Like the writing is legitimately decent here. It's a really creative movie, and it's a lot of fun to watch. I highly recommend Mitchell vs. the Machine. You need a specific audience to enjoy that movie. With Nimona, it's a freaking great movie. Oh, it's not Nimona, it's Nimona. But it's a great movie. Like, seriously. Like, to just round off the animation segment of this video, let's talk about Moana for a second. Oh my god, I will defend Moana till the end of my life. I know people don't like this movie. I know it's hated by everyone, but it also checks off, for the most part. I think it's a worse dumb fun movie than the other two I just talked about. But, like, I still really enjoyed it. It has the unique plot of having a demigod and all its magical elements, while also having a very heart-touching story about destiny. It has the water physics in this movie are legitimately amazing, and I think Maui is what I latch onto with this movie, so it fills all 3 of those boxes pretty good. This movie is hated for no reason. Probably my favorite Disney movie, and that's me being serious with you. That and Inside Out are amazing. It's just, this movie is a fun movie to watch with the family. I think it's definitely the worst dumb fun movie I'm gonna mention in this video, but it's still great to watch. It's dumb fun. I don't know what to say about it. The way Maui moves, the way the water moves, the way the songs are actually decent here. There's a few twists and turns that you actually wouldn't expect, like the twist, spoiler alert for Moana here, with the Earth Lady being the Fire Lady. I still forgot her name. I haven't seen this movie in like a year and a half. It's a good twist that I might be stupid, but I didn't expect it the first time I watched that movie. And I'm usually predict twists really quickly. Like I'm on twists. Like I'm able to predict them extremely quickly. But you know, Moana's just, those 3, I think the common denominator was animation, and that's kind of not fair to live action movies, because to me they're more fun to watch. I know people say animation's a great medium for this and for that, but nothing beats live action. I don't know why. First up for dumb fun live action, let's talk about Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. This is a movie that is mixed between Transformers fans. Most agree that it's definitely in the top 3. But some people think it's better than Bayverse, some people think it's worse than Bayverse. My personal opinion is that I don't know which one I like more, Bumblebee or Rise of the Beast. They're kind of equal in my opinion. But it's definitely the best. It's definitely way better than the Bayverse. It's a legitimately fun movie. The visual style of the Transformers is really nice to look at. The world is interesting, with the whole bad guy Unicron being genuinely creative, I guess. And I like the final act. What pulls you here is, of course, the action and just Transformers being a thing. The comedy ain't half bad with this movie too, so that's a plus. This is a movie that I think appeals more to general audiences than Moana did, just simply because it's just a decent movie. It's a little perfect example of what I'm talking about, because simply put it, it's not the best written, but it's just fun to watch. Just to see Transformers go at it, to see Bumblebee's return, it's so fun to watch. Oh my god, I can't get my eyes off of it. I watched this movie in theaters after not going to theaters for a few months, and I legitimately had a super fun time with it, to the point where I was shocked. Another movie I had fun with, was Blue Beetle. Oh my god, this movie was so much fun to watch. It's not the best written, but it's got the good visuals. For the most part, the ending scene sucks. It's got decent family plot, very predictable, but decent family plot. And then it's also got the appeal of the family dynamic, which is probably the best part of this movie, I'm not gonna lie. The family dynamic is amazing between the family, the way they interact. The death of the dad is really sad, legitimately. It's just a movie that's complicated, but at the end of the day, it's very much dumb fun. The action scenes are well done. Beetle's VFX could have been done a little better. I'm one of the 5 people who's I like how the sword and stuff and everything, it's not CGI, but I would have preferred the mask to be CGI. I know, practical effects for the win, I agree, but like sometimes CGI is needed and that mask just looks super goofy. It felt like a Transformers movie. That's a good example of dumb fun, but now it's time for, I think, what everyone has been thinking of as of recently, and the bulk of this video, right? This video is about 10 minutes right now, and I've just talked about 5 other movies. But I haven't mentioned the Mosterverse. Oh my god, the Mosterverse is the epitome of dumb fun. It's not that well written, but it just stands out. First up, Godzilla and Kong New Empire. This is what everyone's been talking about recently with criticizing cinephiles. I watched this movie in theaters and I legitimately had a great time. This is a really good movie, for fun's sake. Even my mom and my little brother loved this movie. This is probably my mom's favorite movie for the year right now, which is crazy. It's like, this movie has the appeal of 2 monsters fighting it out. The entire Mosterverse does. It's got the visual appeal too, because the whole Hollow Earth looks great. The VFX is really well done for this movie. And then it's decently well written, some plot twists you wouldn't expect. Honestly, a scary villain for someone who doesn't talk. And overall, it's just a really well written movie. It's just legitimately fun to watch, and I can't say that more. The ice fight at the end, the humans discovering the ancient tribe under the earth, the initial fight with, I think his name is Scar King, Kong's fight at the very beginning of the movie, it's just so much fun. They're fighting in Egypt. It's just, oh my god, this movie is just the most fun movie I've ever watched. And that's not, I know, but this is just, it's not really that good of a movie, but it's like a 8 out of 10. But I just had so much fun watching it that I have an itch to rewatch it, and I can't explain that. Another dumb fun movie in the Monsterverse that I think needs to be touched on is like also Godzilla vs. Kong. I know this is the original, but it's a lot of fun. It's less fun, but it's still really fun. I think it's slightly better written than Godzilla and Kong New Empire, slightly, but like it's also a lot of fun to watch. The boat fight, the final fight, humans are kind of well written here. Kong getting that axe for the first time, oh my god, it is just such a fun movie. I can't explain it, but the Monsterverse in general has mastered dumb fun. No wonder they want to milk it now, which scares me, by the way, because why milk the Monsterverse? Right? It's just impressive how flat out impressive it is. That's all I can say. I'm in shock. The Monsterverse just so much. It's so able. It's so creative. It's so fun to watch, and that's really all I can say because that's it, right? That's all it is. Movies are supposed to be fun, right? I'm so sick of people being cinephiles and saying this movie's not good, that movie's not good. Shut up, okay? Enjoy the movie. That's all I can say. Enjoy the movie and just sit down and have some dumb fun. But yeah, I'm sorry for the jumbled video here. I had to whip something up quickly. I have some notes here on like a fully written script like usual. I had a video canceled last minute. The next video will actually be a video on the Monsterverse. It'll be a I watched every Monsterverse movie video. That should be out, honestly. It might actually be 3 weeks. I have no idea. I'm gonna watch Skull Island tonight. I'm watching it in chronological order. And I'll get back to you guys in like 2 weeks with that video. But yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe. That video is gonna be massive. Honestly, I want it to be like 40 minutes. So that's gonna be fun to watch. This is a topic I'm very passionate about, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it for a little bit because at the end of the day, I'm sick of the cinephiles. I want a movie to be good and I want to enjoy it. Some honorable mentions, of course, before we end the video, be going to Sonic, Sonic 2, Spider-Man No Way Home, The Amazing Spider-Man, Avengers Age of Ultron. There's just so many examples of movies that are just dumb fun. But yeah, like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and I'll check you guys out in about 2 weeks. Stay electric.